I'm almost positive we already answered this question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. This one is from Hamza Iqbal and ask, does it even make sense to look for a gold derivative to cash out of Bitcoin if there is no 60% retracement of Bitcoin's price?
I have to say that we have to I would say that gold's not going away. Oh, and because of that, it might make sense to do a gold derivative. The only concern is right now, gold is so highly manipulated, and everybody's draining out of gold, right? Like gold would have been like thermal nuclear right now if Bitcoin didn't exist. And so because it does, because Bitcoin does exist, and it makes much more sense to do so. It's gold is like I'm thinking like all the logic behind gold is dropping away, right? As we as time goes on, right, with Bitcoin, and I'm hesitant to say that we shouldn't do move to gold as a cash out plan. That because the reason why is because there'll always be a large number of people, central banks included, that will hold gold, right? The only issue is that they are because they've gotten a relief valve, right? Because of Bitcoin, right? They can manage the price even better. They've gotten themselves ability to manage the price even that much more on gold, right? So and then if you buy a derivative, you're actually helping them out manage the price as well. So it's a question. It's a questionable issue, right? So, and I'm, you know what? I have to say that now that I've looked at it, looked at the situation, and we can see where this is going with Bitcoin. And after listening to Michael Saylor, he's a pretty smart guy. I have to like rethink my thoughts on owning gold to as a means to preserve your wealth. Possibly, I might have to switch it to silver, right? Instead of gold, right? Because at least silver has a reason, an absolute reason to go like thermal, right? Whilst gold is losing its reasons, right? With Bitcoin, it's losing its reasons for as an asset. So, as an asset as a store of value asset. I gotta accept what I'm seeing, right? And not have what's it called, historical bias towards gold. I know that a lot of people will have historical bias towards gold, but that means that they'll slowly get burned over time, right? Because there's gold is just compare when you compare gold to Bitcoin as a treasury assets, there's no competition, right? Right. If you take $100 million in gold, right, and you want to move that $100 million to another place, what it'll cost you about 0.25%, about $250,000, right, just to move it from one jurisdiction to another. Then you have the political risk, right, that the government, their jurisdiction is going to rob you of it. You have because it's so easy to do so, and then you have like criminal risk because you can have the custodial could rob you of that. It's a massive there's a massive kind of lots of issues right when you're dealing with actual gold. So it's losing its luster when you compare it side by side to Bitcoin. All right, next question.